What's up? This your boy Big Man. You know what it is, man. And you know where to come for these daily hip hop updates. And man, today what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about the ASAP mob. Now they got some inner turmoil going on over there at the ASAP mob. Looks like they trying to kick Ferg up out of there. But we'll see and we'll get into all that. First, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And let's get it. All right, now that we got that taken care of. So in the last 24 hours, ASAP ILLZ took to social media and posted this post right here. Now, in this post, he goes on to allege a couple of things about none other than ASAP Ferg. Now, ASAP Ferg and ASAP Rocky are probably the two most recognizable members out of the ASAP mob. Now, ASAP ILLZ is pretty much a quiet dude, man. You know, he's more on the fashion side. Between the two Cozy tapes and their very first release, I mean, I could barely find any songs that he was on, even though in his exchange in text with ASAP Ferg, he mentioned a song that he had released or whatnot. Now, let's go over what he said first verbatim. He said this: Ferg ain't ASAP no more. Sorry, guys. That burnt out, songs dumb trash, MR anthem, can't get right. So basically, in layman's terms, he's saying that, yo, ASAP Ferg is not ASAP no more, and that his songs are trash. I was like, dang, man. He took it there, man. He's trying to oust him out, and he's dissing his music. Now, ASAP Ferg been on a pretty good tear, man. He's been on some pretty big albums recently. He was on that new Nas album, King's Disease. He was on the bonus track with Fabio Foreign. So it's a lot of people out there who feel ASAP Ferg. He's got a lot of followers on social media. Him and ASAP Rocky, like I said before, are two of the biggest out of the whole mob. And, you know, they blew up the biggest as well. So, I mean, it seems like an internal beef. I'm wondering why he took it to social media to make it a spectacle, man, because now everybody's talking about it, including yours truly. But it didn't end there. ILLZ, he also posted this right here. And it was a text conversation between him and ASAP Ferg. And basically, you can see at the top of the conversation, he's giving him congratulations, ASAP Ferg is, and he's basically telling him, you know, about the song that he dropped or whatnot. But then once you get to the bottom, you see this was done within recently. So it looked like they haven't talked since February. So that's kind of crazy. I know, man, if you got a big group, it's harder to keep up with each other. But dang, since February, maybe they fell out before we even, you know, found out about it. But in this, you can see where he made his own little edits, and he said, LMAO, boy sad calling me LMAO. So he's actually poking fun at the fact that that Ferg said, call me. Now, this is Ferg saying, call me. Then he said, stop playing with me. I don't even play with you. And then ASAP ILLZ, he responded by saying, you played yourself off my line. Is you texting for? You know what I mean? So basically saying, you played yourself, get off my line, and what you texted me for. And letting it be known that I guess that they ain't cool no more. Now, ousting somebody out of the ASAP mob, I wonder what that's like. Is that like getting kicked out of some other type of organization or street type of deal? Or is it just a collective of artists, I thought? I always thought it was guys who mixed in the fashion world and also mixed in the rap world. Like that was their thing. It was like, yo, we fashion guys and we rap guys, which is always kind of weird to me because I'm kind of old school with mine. But you know, it seemed to work, and they get a lot of fans off of that mess, man. So people is loving that stuff, and man, the music jam. So I was like, all right, man, shoot, man, I could roll with it because if you see how the ASAP mob dresses, man, they dress a little different than everybody else, man. They kind of cut the edge on a lot of things, man, and they try to jump in the lead on a lot of things too, man. So it's an interesting mix to say that. Now, the whole clique, man, has a lot of members. There was 14 members total, and then there's 4 additional members who have since deceased, since they, you know, passed away since they blew up. Huh. And I wonder the stories. Now, I know about ASAP Yams. I know about his story. But, man, it seems like there's a lot going on in that camp, and it's a lot of people moving, and it's just hard to get them together to get things done because you would think they'd be working on another joint album by now, man. But if they're having these internal struggles, that'll probably just tell you why. Now, also with that, ASAP Bari. Now, ASAP Bari he's probably one of the other most known folks in the ASAP mob because he's the co-founder of the streetwear clothing line V-Lone. Now, V-Lone is really big in the streetwear, culture. Now, for the streetwear culture, V-Lone shirts, you can see them all in all their videos. Now, you can see them in most rap videos. And you used to also even see like Lil Uzi Vert wearing the V-Lone and stuff like that, man. So, dude has a foothold in the fashion industry for real. But he's been in a lot of crazy accusations and a lot of wild stuff, man. And he's usually staying quiet because he's one of the more quiet and to the background members as well. But he also backed up what ASAP ILLZ said. Now, this is what he said in the 2 tweets, man, after all the news of this cracked and everybody was asking questions. He said this verbatim. He said, ASAP ILLZ started ASAP. If it wasn't him, it wouldn't have been no ASAP mob. So hands up, like prayer hands, ASAP ILLZ. Then he backed that up and doubled down by saying he said what he said. So I'm guessing from that he's backing up what ASAP ILLZ is saying about ASAP Ferg. Now they're saying that ASAP Ferg just pretty much turned his back on them or whatnot. But if he blew up and he's becoming a huge star, man, you got to understand he's probably not going to be as reachable as he was before, man. It's harder to get in contact with people when they got that much going on. I mean, he's on hit albums. He's doing big things, man. And they do the fashion thing and they hold that down. So you would think they would be satisfied with playing that role. But maybe, man, there's something that we're missing or something happened that we're not privy to. Because let's be honest, man, there's been a lot of rumblings online recently about what in the world is going on with the ASAP mob, man. Like, what's the deal? How come these cats don't seem as tight as they were before? How come these cats aren't doing as many interviews together, aren't doing the big photo shoots they were doing earlier in their career? It just seems like a lot of falling out, man. Now, when you got a crew that large and you start to get older, people start to go to their career paths and stuff, man, it's understandable that they're going to start to part ways. That's just life. That's how things go, man. Now, holding on to your dreams and your responsibilities is exactly what it is, your responsibility. So hopefully ASAP ILLZ doesn't feel like he's being left back, and ASAP Ferg doesn't feel like he's being picked or made an example because he's successful or more successful than the rest of the group. And especially in a group, man, you already got a team, and the idea is to work together to make sure everybody meets the needs of what they're trying to accomplish in the rap game or the fashion game or whatever you're trying to do. Now, ASAP Ferg, bona fide star. ASAP Rocky, bona fide star. ASAP Bari, crazy stories around him and stuff like that, but he's got his fashion thing. ASAP ILLZ, everybody always assumed he was the fashion guy as well, but it seems like, man, they got to really have a talk. So he's showing these texts and stuff, which I think is kind of childish, man. If it's your homeboy or y'all were crew before, don't put him on blast and put the dang text out there for everybody to see it, man. What are you winning with that? Especially if you're doing it in a joking manner, trying to point pictures at him and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? He lost some points with me from that. It just seemed like 2 grown men that need to have a discussion and really get an understanding about what they're trying to do as a crew. Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And please, please, please hit that notification bell. And we out of here. Peace.